Hey everyone, welcome to Legends of Podcasting. I'm Stuart.
I'm Ross.
I'm Rob.
And we are here for episode 6, season 1 of Ahsoka. So last week's Ahsoka.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. There wasn't.
What a shit episode that was. I mean, what was the point of even that even being on TV? Not. What an episode. I mean, oh my god. I've been watching on repeat and watching every reactor's reaction of it because it was so good. I mean, thank you for everyone who watched last week's video because it's probably one of the biggest videos we've had in a long time. So thank you very much everyone who's watched our reaction. Comments were amazing, and also all the new subscribers subscribed to it. I'm assuming for this show. Welcome, thank you for subscribers. Probably one of our biggest subscriber hits for a week. And also thank you to Mixed Reactions for adding us to 2 of your videos because that we are always like thrilled. Like every time one of your videos comes up, we're like, do we make the cut? Do we make the cut? Do we make the cut? Yes, we made the cut.
Stuart stays up all night just refreshing.
We are. I do. Literally, I'm like, yes, Mixed Reacts, found us. We are worthy. So yeah, thank you, man, for adding us to 2 of your videos. So so last week's episode we could talk about it for hours, but we obviously had World Between Worlds, Anakin and Ahsoka facing off, flashbacks to the Clone Wars, young Ahsoka, clips of him, flashes of him going in and out of Darth Vader. Oh, so good.
She learned a really good lesson.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
she's Ahsoka the White.
Yeah. And it's very. It's quite. She is.
Literally, she got yeeted off a cliff and came back as Ahsoka the White.
Yeah. Got rebirth through water to become had all that guilt and sort of. It's interesting, right? Because watching each reactor's thing, some of the people took different sort of stances on what they think that was. Some people thought it was actually Anakin in his sort of like, I guess, Force Ghost form, but being like the father from like that Clone Wars episode where it's like they had the son who was the dark side, the daughter was the light side, and the father wanted Anakin to replace him to keep the balance. Other people think it's just Ahsoka's manifestation of Anakin and like how she's dealing with trauma. I kind of hoping it's the first one. I feel like it'd be great if he's still there looking after everyone, and he is actually now.
I think it's just the Force Ghost version of him.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's the father or anything like that. I think it's just.
I kind of like the fact that he's like in death. He is the balance between two. Because the fact he can go from
one side to the other.
like the blue lightsabered, smiling Anakin to the sort of Sith,
but
Sith Lord.
I kind of like him just doing that on his own.
Yeah, no, not for any reason, but the fact he can dip in and out of it,
yeah.
and he can just to prove a point. And I really, Hayden Christensen is just, I mean, I'm so happy for it, man. I really am.
I don't want it to be the only part that he's in it as well.
Yeah, I think it might be for this show. But I kind of would like him to pop up in a few other bits.
How about we bring back Luke and have him have an actual conversation with his dad?
That would be, that'd be so
rather than the last conversation.
Did you see that meme? It was Mace Windu, Yoda, Qui-Gon, and not Obi-Wan, but those as Force Ghost sitting there.
Yeah.
And then he turns up as Force Ghost and he goes, yes, you may be, but we don't grudge you the That's why he hasn't shown up.
You're on this scouter, you're on this Force Ghost scouter, but we don't grudge you around a ghost.
I saw a great, I think it was a GIF for a meme that it stupidly made me laugh at it wasn't even that funny, but made me laugh. So I've been looking at a lot of Star Wars this week, so just my feed has been for us. There's literally a picture from Return of the Jedi of Luke and Darth Vader, and it's just like, just one beer? Okay, just one beer. Then it's literally Luke carrying Vader, and it says 4 a.m. in the morning. It's like, I don't know why it was so funny, but it just made me laugh for like a good minute. And that was a genius little gift that's all put together.
What's that film that Samuel Jackson's in, and he's like a crazy...
You're going to have to start a list.
Did he say motherfucker in it?
No, there's a woman that's like, she's gotten kidnapped, she's all handcuffed up, he's an old guy and he's like the neighbour.
Black Snake Moan.
Yes, it is like that. There's a meme of that where it's from the Clone Wars and him and Anakin, Mace Windu and Anakin turn up and goes, Master Jedi, we need your help. And then it's head from Snake Moan looking at him going, you're an unmasked.
we don't grade the run of you, Master. You're a Jedi Knight. But no, I mean, what an awesome episode. And we've had a lot of Jason as well.
He was like MVP in that episode.
Giving it, and then the whole thing of oh my god, I just looked it up earlier because I wanted to remember his name. The android that they Lieutenant
Hu Yang.
Hu Yang, thank you. looking it up earlier just so I forget, and I forgot. Hu
Yeah,
Yang.
I'm gonna start writing cheat
Yeah,
sheets.
I know, mate.
It's just
we need it on the screen just here so I can remember everyone. Hu Yang's sort of comment to Castle being like, "Oh yeah, his father was a Jedi," and he's like, "Oh okay."
Yeah.
It's like the best line ever. I think like right to say like that's pretty much everyone who's never seen Rebels or Clone Wars being like, "Oh okay, I get it now." It's like, oh great, wow. Seen the Ghost in live action as well. So cool. But then right at the end, they went into the whale's mouth.
Yep.
Moby Dick style, flew into space.
It would be the biggest, like, fuck you to everybody if the whale just turns up in a completely different area of space. Like,
No.
Oh, we were wrong to trust the whale.
It's just real like lets him out and goes like, yeah. Flies off. But yeah, I'm guessing we're going to end up in this other galaxy and we may see Thrawn in this episode. I mean, I'm really curious.
Well, we've got 3 episodes left. You're bloody well better.
Yeah. I'm really curious to see Thrawn. I'm really curious to see what Balin's going to do when he sees Thrawn. Whether he's going to be like, try and be his best friend, or he's actually going to like be like, ah, you're here, you gotta die. Or and just and if we're going to see Ezra, are we going to see a live action Ezra before the end of the show as well? So yeah.
I do feel that my favourite line though in that last episode was when the whale's just about to leave and Hera's like, oh, it looks like they're going to jump, and she says to her, oh, don't worry, I will find them, don't worry about it, I promise. And she says, may the force be with you. It's the first time that has meant anything for me since George Lucas made a Star Wars film.
Yeah.
When I was editing the episode, man, I had a tear in my eye when I listened to that again. I was like, oh man, fucking means something again. It's so good.
Yeah, no, it really does. It really reminded me of the end of Empire Strikes Back when when Lando and Chewie go off to go and rescue Han from the other. And he's like, don't worry, we'll bring him back or whatever. And then Luke's like, yeah, don't worry. And the other thing says, like, maybe the force will be with you as well. It's like that. Yeah, as you say, that means something. I think the bit that, weirdly, out of all the bits that were amazing in the last episode, the bit that got me the most and made me tear up was literally the bit where she's got the red lightsaber against Anakin's neck. And apparently, loads of people, I didn't notice this in the episode, but apparently her eyes go stiff.
She starts to get stiff.
When
she moves it closer to his neck.
Yeah, when she goes like that, she goes stiff, and then she goes no, and he throws it back. But when he then sort of looks down and then looks up, and he just smiles, that really hits me. I don't even know why. Just his acting and just the whole thing of like, well done, you've learnt the lesson.
Well, it's just a line. There's hope for you.
Yeah, it's just so cool. It was just so good, and there's so many cool. I was watching New Rockstars. Like deep dive, and some of them are a bit far-fetched, but most of the deep dives are like the references that we got most of them in the episode. But just so, what a bit of writing, what a bit of TV. It's way up there with like Luke coming at the end of Mando season 2. It's so good.
Coming back at the end of
Mando. Sorry,
not him just coming. That's when he's built the temple for himself. It's just like...
Okay, you went the dark side, but okay.
So did he.
Which one though? Which one do you prefer?
I honestly don't know.
I think Anakin's one was better.
And I think because we got more of it. I mean, the bit with Luke showing up was just such
It
a
was
shock.
good, but I feel like it's been tarnished a little bit. Now Grogu's just gone back.
Yeah.
They really.
If he'd have gone off and left, it'd have been perfect.
Season 3 of Mando could have. I don't want to upset people who like Grogu. Been improved without him being in the series. You could have done something else with Grogu on Luke's planet.
We said during the show you kept passing him off to do stuff. So I agree. I love Grogu. It's great. It's not. He didn't have to be in season 3, but we'll see how we get with it.
Studio interference, man.
Well, it's because all the money. Watch the cat that Sabina is going to be everywhere. Watch that come in the Christmas Disney store. But
well, let's go to a new galaxy.
Let's go to a even further galaxy and find out what's going to happen in this episode.
I think this episode is called Far, Far Away.
Even better. And just before we jump into this episode of Ahsoka, just want to thank everyone who's been subscribing to the channel. This and all the views from last week's episode, we really do appreciate it. We no idea how we just keep messaging each other going, oh my god, it's gone up, keeps going up. So it's one of the biggest videos we had last week, so I really appreciate everyone that watched it, and also everyone that subscribed. But what I will say is that we have 22,000 views on our last video, and we don't have 22,000 subscribers, so something's not rounding up here, people. Some of you are still not subscribing, and there's some good stuff.
Yeah,
does not equal
22,000.
So I really appreciate everyone that subscribed. But if you're watching this right now, you still haven't subscribed, or you just found us because of this show, and you're still umming and ahhing, please click on subscribe. We really do appreciate it. It makes us so happy just to get up to that big magic number of like 20,000 just as a starting point would be amazing. So please, by the end of this series would be amazing at 20,000. So click on the subscribe button. And also if you want to head over to our Patreon, you can support us there and have the full unedited watch throughs of all of this show and all the other shows we react to. So let's jump into this episode of Ahsoka.
Intergalactic travel within a star whale. Now I really have done it all.
I remember them from the stories you would tell us. There's something I didn't tell her about Sabine.
Which is
She went with the enemy willingly.
impossible.
She could have ended this. No Thrawn,
You learned nothing from your experience.
no war.
And no Ezra.
Yeah, indeed.
The Force provides you with insight, but it does not give one all the answers.
Meaning,
Perhaps for Sabine, it was the only choice.
a choice she made for herself.
That is your fear.
Trying to save Ezra.
On second thought, tell me one of those stories.
Very well. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Nice.
We had a deal. You promised me I would see Ezra again.
I lied.
I didn't say alive.
Yeah.
I'm altering the deal. Pray I don't know any further.
Fell for my twist.
Yeah. He's just seeing his stroking his moustache.
So cool.
You still mean to follow through on your promise to her?
Her focus to find Ezra Bridger blinds her. I believe she can still be of some use to us.
We have arrived at our destination. Preparing to exit
Will
hyperspace.
we just be there, or will we have to search for him? Just cool graphics.
That is Duridia, the ancient homeworld of my ancestors, the Dathomiri.
The Jedi archive spoke of this place.
My people were among the first to harness and ride the creatures in the days before time was counted.
The whales came here to die. Iridia was a graveyard.
Oh, wow, he's always a dead
50 place to send Thrawn.
Wow. Oh, is the ring just bones?
Yeah.
Oh my
They
god.
just come to orbit and die. Oh, fucking hell.
Huh? Pretty cool little way to have a little skip up.
Design my shuttle to be extra special.
Big statues.
They're Dathomir witches, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's still definitely witches there.
Oh crap.
Yeah, this is not going well.
A similar structure to the other one.
Welcome, child of Dathomir. You do our ancestors credit. You heard our call to you in the dream,
Your visions guided me across the stars.
and you came as Thrawn promised.
Where is Thrawn?
You shall wait. He is coming. It reeks of Jedi.
Not her, not her. That's the only thing I will go to him, not her.
Everyone has to have a Doom fortress at some point.
What planet he's actually from?
Badass motherfuckers. Same place as Mace Windu.
Yeah.
This is a land of dreams and madness. Children's stories come to life.
I know no such stories.
You weren't raised at the temple. Stories of this galaxy are considered folk tales.
Sometimes stories are just stories.
When I was a bit older than you are now, I watched everything I knew burn.
The Jedi Temple?
Oh shit, was he there during the purge?
Couldn't make sense of it at the time.
Anakin!
As you
Master
know,
Anakin, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, no, surely not.
realize it was all inevitable.
No, he said I'll just little.
I know.
Fall of the Jedi, rise of the Empire.
And isn't it our turn now? Won't our alliance with Thrawn finally bring us into power?
That sort of power is fleeting. What I seek is the beginning. So I may finally bring this cycle to an end.
And the beginning is here.
If the old stories are true,
A new
Huh.
goal.
Okay, that's his little game.
Destroy the Force.
Well, he wants to destroy the back and forth, right? It's not you.
Yeah.
That ship right.
Yeah. Another fake out. Knackered old Star Destroyer.
It was a special. What was the ship called? It was like a special class one, wasn't it? Yep, that'll be a big ass Star Destroyer.
A few repair jobs. Just the last battle.
Yeah.
He painted his logo on the bottom.
Definitely an A logo. God, was he taking this from the Mandalorians?
They just settled on top.
Oh wow! He's actually going to land on top of it.
Oh, he's been through the wars.
The hell? There it is!
What the hell happened to them in the last 5-6
Not any
years?
cloths? What the dove?
Doesn't look as cool. It's much better when they're gritty.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He looks
What was
pretty.
first just a dream has become a frightening reality for those of me opposers.
That's so cool.
Great mothers, I salute you. Soon we shall all escape this exile thanks to the efforts of Morgan and Elspeth. This is Enoch, captain of my guard. We shall begin the cargo transfer as per my agreement with the Great Mothers. Well, speak to me of this news threat.
I brought the prisoner. I felt she could be of some use to us.
And you are.
Mercenaries. The prisoner is Sabine Wren.
No, I
Now
don't.
there's a familiar name.
Yeah, yeah. She painted the inside of my room.
You're quite right. She'd be of great use to us. Sabine Wren.
Thrawn.
What a delight it is after so long to see a familiar face. I understand it is you I have to thank for my...
What was the gold helmet on Ezra being brainwashed?
Where's Ezra?
Ah, yes.
Just answer the question.
No need for hostility. I'm aware of your agreement with Baron Skull, and I intend to honor it. You shall have provisions, amounts, and our latest intel on Bridget's whereabouts.
So that's it? You just gonna let me walk out of here?
You helped my cause. Now I shall help yours.
Also, he leaves your stuff.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
should know, though, that once my starship departs, you'll be stranded here forever.
If you survived, I'm sure he's doing just fine.
I love his music.
You've gambled the fate of your galaxy on that belief.
You wouldn't understand. I'd rather not waste any more time. What kind of ride you got around here?
Yeah.
Giving her armor back.
Doctor means down.
Die well.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Being sent out his noise.
Yes. that Stormtrooper seems to be way too talkative. I feel that's Ezra. This is feeling. Why does that soldier have a different face?
Because
She's number one. It's like Phasma, isn't it?
Yeah,
but she just had a silver seer, right?
Yeah, but it's to show you that it's somebody.
one reason: merchandising.
Yeah.
She was on a fool's errand.
Indeed. You may follow her at your own pace,
I thought you were to honor your agreement.
but he shall. Sabine Wren will have the opportunity of finding Ezra Bridger,
That's it.
just as promised.
Yeah.
Because we
And
can't.
if she does, you and your master will destroy them both.
Has Ezra been the thorn in his side this long? It's 5 years and that guy still ain't dead.
I mean, I'm quite shocked that Thrawn's doing so well because if Ezra's still around, I thought he'd be really. He'd have a lot less troops.
I guess it's when it was left in his Star Destroyer and he got walked away.
Steady.
Actually, going to see him this episode?
I don't know.
It's good she's wearing her armour.
Yeah. Lightsaber and then he'll bow to her.
None of this Wild West sort of.
Yeah.
It's quality.
Oh, they executed him. That's
Good deflection as well.
lightsaber out. Come on. Open with that.
What? Through there.
Because they weren't close.
Run away!
Well, that's broke.
I thought she was like, so you were lying about the 3 days? Yeah, we're going now. We're just going
Yeah.
to take off and
Get rid
leave.
of them as well.
Those are the people.
What are they taking?
The mercenaries have departed.
Good. Prepare to attack squads. Wait for Lord Balin's signal.
Should we not send more troops to support them?
It matters not whether Wren and Bridge are killed or stranded here. The same can be said for your two mercenaries.
Exactly. The creature following her. I'm sorry.
You abandoned me! Should have known you were a coward.
I was getting shot at. Okay, sorry for it, bless him. Oh god, that's hilarious.
You got something?
Oh yeah, food.
Much quicker than walking.
Yeah, exactly.
This world is really reminding me of Death Stranding.
Oh, yeah, it's just bleak and empty and uphill all the bloody time. It's just.
Am I missing something?
Good place for an ambush.
Underground.
What the hell? Little turtle creature.
It's like a crab.
Okay, yeah, that trick's over. I'm not gonna hurt you.
It's got a full tailor suit.
Yeah, bless him.
I got this. Down. Doctor.
Ah, but hungry.
Doctor.
Just looking at his lips in the background. Seen that before?
Yeah.
Master Bridges has one.
That's it, yeah. Has he got one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it as a medallion.
How's it? Ezra, do you know Ezra?
How many shells are there? Yeah.
Oh, that's so much food! Oh my god! I'm so hungry!
Like Grogu with the frogs.
Yeah.
That's a good spy network.
Do you know Ezra Bridger? He's my friend.
Follow us.
Sweet.
Hey. You did good.
I'll let you eat one of them.
Fine, Ezra, you need them all.
Hi ho!
Yes.
Hi ho!
Looks like she survived.
Do you know the one she seeks so desperately?
Bridger? No. He's too young. Comes from a breed of Boken Jedi trained in the wild after the temple fell.
Like me.
No. He was trained as a Jedi. You, I trained to be something more.
Do you miss it? The order.
I miss the idea of it, but not the truth, the weakness. There was no future there. I see what once was the great witch kingdom of the Dathmiri. The existence of the Great Mothers confirms this.
They seem eager to leave this place. Maybe we should too.
Perhaps they flee a power greater than their own. Something calls to me. Can't you hear it? Something stirs here. Can't you see it?
I see bandits.
There's no need for bloodshed. The enemy of our enemy is our friend. For now.
So one of them ran off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very samurai.
He's wrong with the turtles.
Cowabunga!
Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo.
That's what Ezra's
Miss
been doing.
Splinter.
Yeah. He's been naming them all. It's just...
He's just living with them?
The buffet.
Very interesting because I kind of feel like Ezra wouldn't stop fighting, but maybe he has. Because he just knows he can't win. And he's got rid of Thrawn, so maybe the fight's over, right? How do these guys survive the bandits that come up?
I mean, Carol Kestis will be happy she's wearing a poncho. Surely if Ezra must have communicated with them somehow, one of them speaks English. Or whatever language is called.
You know I could count on you.
Hey!
Hey! He's here! Oh god, this is so many goosebumps. Did not ever expect it to just pop
nowhere.
Oh, yeah. So I was just going to wait until you turn around, but you weren't turning around.
Sure took you long enough.
Well, you didn't exactly tell any of us where you were going.
That's because I didn't know where I was going.
Typical.
I'll shop and kiss.
Always a plug. Never a good one.
Hey, it worked, didn't it?
It worked.
Oh man, I can't believe I just got Ezra. It's awesome.
He's alive!
Right, OG! That's right.
I see my friends found you.
Yeah. Your very own band of rebels.
I have so many questions. You're riding a hound. How'd that happen? In fact, how did you find me? How did you get here?
Let's not talk about that.
You don't want to know.
Not right now.
What?
No, meet my wife. Just say.
Come on. You never stay in one place for very long. Let's help them pack up.
That's how they didn't get banned.
Sabine. Thanks for coming.
I hate it here.
Can't wait to go home.
About that.
Yeah, slight issue. I mean, she doesn't know Ahsoka's on her way to bring him back, but like still a slight issue.
Called a display stand.
I mean, pretty badass.
What are they? They look human-sized, don't they?
Yeah.
Grandmother, she was to speak with you.
The thread of fate has spoken to us. Another comes.
Not more of the
A
Mara
Jedi.
kind of witch.
Oh, they're lot.
Could it be the recently deceased Ahsoka 1x6?
Impossible.
I thought it was beyond you to underestimate a Jedi. After all, death and resurrection are common deceptions played out by both Night Sister and Jedi.
Balin assured me of your death.
And yet, he was once a Jedi. So, we must regard him as flawed. No, we shall consider Ahsoka 1x6 alive until we know otherwise. And we shall prepare accordingly. I want to know her background, history, home world, her master, everything.
Yes, Grand Admiral.
If a star whale approaches Meridian, destroy it with prejudice.
The thread of destiny demands it, Grand Admiral.
The build-up episode.
Nothing at the end. I don't know what you should do for Star Wars, but it's always worth it. Damn.
That was a good, like, calm after the Origin episode to then build up to the finale, I guess, right?
That's really good though.
It was. Can't believe we actually got Ezra.
Yep.
I didn't think we were actually going to get him. I thought he was going to be missing or...
Turned or one of the...
Yeah, or be one of the Stormtroopers. But he's just...
That seems like too obvious an answer when you think about it. Like, it's just,
Yeah, I guess so. He'd be brainwashed.
like he managed to escape the Star Destroyer at some point in the last 5 years and just been living in the wild. I thought he would have been the leader of the Nomads. And he's been training up another resistance to fight against Thrawn the whole time he's there, but if he's just found peace...
Okay, I think, I kind of feel like, why do you need to fight Thrawn when there's nothing for him to rule?
Yeah, true.
You've saved your galaxy from him, so you're not that you're done. But you're like, well, what else is there to do?
Oh, so how did you get to him?
What?
It was like in a massive.
Yeah.
And he's like out on the ground, living like a...
Pile up the turtle guys, really.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Can't do anything about it. Still in the hiding, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait till somebody can come and find him.
Like, assuming he always thought the Sabine would come, right? He didn't think it was going to take as long.
Or all of his friends, really, I think. Because it's Ahsoka that at the end of Rebels shows up and she's like, it's time to go find Ezra.
Yeah.
She's obviously just let that slide over the years as she's found more evidence that Thrawn could be a problem. So.
Yeah. Well, she knew there was just no way of getting to him, right? Until they found that map. Because the whole point of that map was to get to Ezra, not to Thrawn. Yeah.
Find a little bit more about Balin.
Yeah,
Not
interesting.
much,
Right?
but just a little bit.
It's just really interesting. Isn't it? He some of the things he said was like he misses the Jedi Order, but not the flaws of it. So he likes the idea.
Yeah.
Before, so
He
he
wants
comes.
a new beginning.
That's kind of exactly the same path that that'd be what I'll do you. Dooku was on when in Tales of the Jedi.
Yes.
Like after Qui-Gon died, he started to see the flaws of the Order, and he didn't really sign up with Sidious because he was like, well, we'll just rebuild it. Get rid of the corruption.
Yeah, and I like the way he's always like it's like the Republic, then it's the Empire, then now it's the New Republic, and then Thrawn's coming back. We'll just bring it back to the Empire.
Again, yeah.
So he's like, we just need to stop the circle from happening.
But yeah, what's the power on Dathomir, whatever this new planet of Dathomir people is? What's he got under the surface that?
Yeah, I'm curious. I don't know.
He could feed it.
Yeah,
right? But
something's been calling to me.
Yeah.
So, I think it's got anything to do with those weird pods that they're loading into the.
I don't know, because as you said, they do look quite human-sized.
He said we need to load the cargo. It's going to take us 3 rotations to do it.
Yeah, but what cargo is it? Like, why not just have it on the ship anyway? It's not like it's going to slow it down. It's like, I don't know. Because obviously he's made a deal with the sisters for something.
I feel like because they look human-sized.
Yeah.
And they more of like that Inquisitor that was magic-based.
Oh, maybe. Well, more
More of them, yeah. There's just more of them. I don't know. Because he's like he's saying, "Oh, our army's dwindled over the years."
Yeah. So he needs to bring back a bigger army to try.
Because if he wants to take over the galaxy.
Yeah, you can't do it with just one ship, right?
Yeah, all the Dathomir were killed in Clone Wars, weren't they? Because I think there's an episode where Dooku they interfere with the plans one too many times. He goes there with the army and just wipes them all out. So, do you think those smoke monster things could be spirits of the Dathomir witches?
Maybe.
Because it's weird how they brought him in and killed him off.
Yeah.
And that's it done. I feel like that's a little teaser of what.
Of like an army of Inquisitors.
Or,
a witch Inquisitor warriors or something.
Yeah.
Dark magic.
Yeah.
Dark magic warriors. Yeah, very true.
Which, like you say, if Thrawn's going to return to a New Republic, he's going to need more than just one banged up Star Destroyer. With half a complement of Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
That was my initial thought when I saw them.
Yeah. Would make sense. I guess.
So it looks like they've tried to form a new identity, but they've just got scraps and gold bits where armor pieces are missing, and they've got to.
And the red striping and stuff, strapping. Yeah, no, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the voice of Thrawn is the actor playing him. He's just that voice, man. It's so menacing.
I reckon they'll attach the ring as well to the Star Destroyer.
I guess so. Yeah.
It can't jump that distance. That's what they.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would you make it that silly shape?
Because it's the jump rings for the old Jedi transport.
Yes.
So it's like we just put the Star Destroyer in the middle of it and punt it back again.
Yeah.
That's the cargo is literally just a way to attach it. We've got to build it.
Got to build a thing up.
Get it around it so that it's done for it, right?
Maybe. I do love the way he's just like he doesn't take anything for granted. Where he's just like, well, they can go out.
Very calculated.
Yeah, like it was in the show, right? He's like, well, you can go out, find Ezra if he's alive. Then you two follow him
and kill him.
And if you're not back in time, we'll leave you. And then he's like Jedi's approach.
It's just a win-win situation.
Yeah. And it's like with Ahsoka when they say, "Oh, like a Jedi's coming as well." Like, "Oh, no, it can't be. Ahsoka's dead." He's like,
Really?
Well, I don't believe it until we have proof that.
I've fought in the Clone Wars. I've seen how many times they came back from the dead.
Until we know she's definitely dead, we'll consider her alive, which is like a thing that. Most films they do the opposite, right? Like, oh, well, you say she's dead, she must be dead. Well, that's fine then.
That's why he was always such a threatening villain in the books.
Yeah.
The original books he was in, plus the show they built up into. Like he's analytical, careful, cunning, and knows what he's doing. So.
He's non-cliche bad guy, basically.
Yeah, very much.
Because I know he does it quite a bit in the original Way of the Empire books, but in the show, when he found a piece of Sabine's art and he was analysing it because he realises that you can use art to work out people's personalities.
Yeah, that's what he said. Like, I really want a full background on who her master was. I want to know her better than her master did, or something. I think he said.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you get to see it, but we're happy. He's like when they get the files and stuff. It's like Master Anakin Skywalker, and he'll be like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, I know who that is." Yeah. It's a problem.
I was speaking of. So the Balin's a couple of lines he dropped there. So it made me sound like he was at the temple, or he got there.
Yeah, well, he said he was slightly older than Chin when 66 happened. But then he was called a general. So
yeah, so either he was just a newly promoted knight, or
what do they call? Well,
they call Ahsoka general as well, don't they?
They call a general commander.
Yeah, commander, maybe.
I thought she was commander. I thought Obi-Wan and Anakin were generals.
Yeah, they were generals.
But I thought the Padawans were commanders.
Possibly, maybe they're just a little bit up and down. It's the same kind of thing, isn't it? So
yeah.
He would have had as a Padawan, he would have had control of squads of men in the Clone Wars. So.
Yeah, I mean the same as Ahsoka, right?
Yeah.
So, but yet she never heard of him, which is weird.
Well,
they never met each other.
Well, Anakin was the kind of guy that was always out there doing all the shit and becoming the hero because that's what he wanted to be.
Yeah, unless he was just because he was. I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, I'd love it. Selfishly, I'd really love a flashback of it, but I don't think we ever would get it. But I'm curious to see what his grand plan is. He seems quite wise, and he's like when she's like, "Oh, you train me to be a Jedi," he goes, "No, I train you to be more than that." So she's like got the Jedi teachings and more. Which is quite interesting.
Sort of grey Jedi, sort of in between, not quite a Sith, but not quite a Jedi.
Take the best of both worlds.
Yeah, which I guess what he's trying to do, right?
Yeah, be better.
Take the good from both and the flaws from neither. I'm really curious to see what he finds if he finds it next 2 episodes. And then what is Ahsoka just gonna?
Amazing, the thing he's feeling is actually Ezra. He doesn't realise.
Oh, that'd be very cool. Yeah.
Then him and Ezra, they all just join up.
So what did he call Ezra? He's like no. He was like he's like a rogue, generation of Jedis that weren't trained at the temple.
Yeah.
Like, so like him, Luke.
Yeah, that's what she said, like me.
Cal,
I was like,
Just
no.
about anyone that was.
Yeah. Oh, so his Cal was kind of trained at the temple.
Only up until when he was like 12 years old. When he
Yeah,
just started going, wasn't he?
his master.
Then he goes hiding.
Mind you, Kanan was the same because he was a Padawan.
He was a child,
Clone
yeah.
Wars,
Because he saw him in the Bad Batch. Yeah.
Sorry, Caleb. Caleb June, was that his real name? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Which feels like it's kind of that sort of rogue generation of Jedi is kind of like the best way to teach them because you're not restricted by the Jedi's teachings, which by that point in the episode 1, 2, and 3 were all about. Oh, you don't have to feel anything. That's going to lead you to the dark side. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Yoda teaching Luke.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I always feel it weird. I love the original. I always feel it weird that like Luke doesn't really get any training, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a Jedi now." It's like you've had one lesson from Yoda that didn't go well. I don't get how you're now Jedi.
Yeah, but you don't get a time scale.
Yeah, I know.
You get the bit from Empire Strikes Back. I guess between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, you obviously went back to Yoda and got trained, right? But you never actually see what his training was. But yeah, it always made me laugh when I used to watch it as a kid, and it's like he had one lesson in Empire Strikes Back where he mucked up and got it wrong, then he left, then he came back, and then Yoda's like goes see him and obviously dies, and he's like, so I am a Jedi, and he's like, Jedi are you? He's like, I don't think so. He's like, but yeah. It's, Did you ever see that Magneto meme with Yoda where he's like, I want to see Yoda's best lightsaber fight, and it's him against Sidious in number 3.
Yeah.
No. I said perfection, and then it's him against Dooku. Yeah. And I know perfection, it's him with a stick hitting
Mine.
Classic. I was the meme when he's like fully asleep. His like parents like, well, your kids just want to shut the fuck up.
You just want to die.
You just have enough of your kid's shit, so you just let them die. Yeah, it's like
Oh man.
Oh, we got Ezra back then. So
it's not the voice of the show, right? Someone different. I don't think it's the voice.
Yeah, it's not the voice.
It's not the voice. No, they've got someone else in. But,
it's interesting because they obviously brought back a few others. So I kind of was hoping it might be him.
He looks like Ezra. So.
Yeah.
Plus, he used to have a shave.
Yeah. I was quite curious if Sabine was going to give him his lightsaber back straight away, but I guess maybe.
Well,
once they talk,
they need to have a conversation because it's all about so how are we going to get back?
Well, I brought something's here, but Thrawn's going back as well. It's like I realised I sacrificed 5 years of my life, so like it couldn't happen, right? It's like, yeah, but
I want to go home
because she doesn't know Ahsoka's coming, does she? She thinks Ahsoka's dead.
Yeah, that's what she knows.
She sucks. It's quite interesting in the beginning as well with Ahsoka, because I kind of thought that he was going to ask her, so what happened when you weren't dead? And she was like, oh, I saw the Force with like. She talked about the Sabine bit rather than I saw Anakin and some stuff happened and I'm a better person now. But like so obviously not. She's keeping that to herself.
Be interesting to know if she even remembers it.
I think she does, right? Because she said Anakin when she came out of the water, and she sort of is a lot. She's released.
They've done the whole. It was completely obvious visual imagery of putting her in a white costume now to make it seem like she's gotten a new rebirth look on her. Yeah. Like you say, Gandalf the White.
Yeah. Massively.
It means when she goes up against Balin again.
Yes.
How much better she is.
Yes. Yeah.
All that weight on her shoulders.
Yeah, because he can't trick her this time and start making her unsure of herself.
And she'll use a double lightsaber as well.
Damn straight she will. It must be really hard to choreograph because it looks really cool in Clone Wars, but like actually trying to choreograph that as a fight.
Yeah.
In live action, I mean, it was pretty cool in Mando. She gets loads of, when it wasn't against another Jedi, when she went against Morgan, she obviously lost one really quickly, so she could just do the one-handed one. It must be a really hard skill to try and fight with both to make it look realistic enough that you can't just take out the other person really quickly. Because it makes me I always think whenever it's 2 against 1, surely you must be able to somehow do a move where they defend with that and you just go out of the other one really quickly.
Yeah. That's why there was a great shot of that in. So that's one of the things we always talk about with The Last Jedi, is when she blocks 3 of them at once.
Yeah.
And they've all got other weapons they could just stab her with. It's like, well, when she's fighting Anakin, as you say when you rewatch it, he's got her arm pinned behind her back.
Yeah.
And then she goes to stab him with the other one. He just holds her at bay with the Force.
Yes.
It's just like it's like.
Callbacks to Obi-Wan where he just did it against it Reva or whatever her name was, and just didn't even get a lightsaber out. It was just like with the Force as a Vader. Oh well, 2 to go, man. I'm really curious to see how they're going to finish this off. If it's going to be like because they're meant to be doing a movie after this, right? Or before another show comes out. So,
do you reckon they'll do? Is the movie up first, or are they going to do another season of Ahsoka?
Don't know. I would think maybe the movie.
Or do you think this season will end with us them failing to stop Thrawn? He'll jump back to the galaxy, and that will be the film. Will be them stopping.
Yeah,
the
I would think so.
Yeah.
Get everyone together, right? Get
the whole team together.
Get the Mandalorians
in, reforge Mandalorian Empire.
Because technically Carson not owns Mando, but he pays for him to do bounty hunting now, right? So he can
I just want to see Luke.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Luke comes back as well. That'd be awesome.
Because that's the thing that someone pointed out in a review they did of it. Is like, this is the point in time where Luke should be the most powerful he's ever been and the most present he's ever been in the galaxy. You're going to tell me that he's just going to sit on his arse for the entirety of the New Republic?
No, that's what I feel like. I feel like they've done it on purpose. They set it all up. They'll all fail, and it'll be like the end of season 2 where he turns up, and then he'll get his moment that he should have had in Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And just go, and you'll be like, "Holy shit, that's Jedi Luke Skywalker right there."
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a cool shot of him, Ahsoka, Ezra, all standing there, lightsabers out, being like, "Let's do this." It's like, "Oh yes, please."
He's just got Force Ghost Anakin.
Yeah.
In the background going, "Yeah."
Being like, "I'm so proud, guys. So proud." That'd be awesome. You do like, I don't know, who would you have fight against? You could do some sort of like Thundercats thing where you have like the ghosts just fighting above the cat's lair. Have Anakin versus
Palpatine again,
mate.
Maybe.
I don't know who it would be.
He hasn't quite returned yet.
Anakin versus Vader. Just go proper crazy. Just have the ghosts of them
just
fighting
really
each
fuck
other.
the canon up.
Yeah, but like just having like the whole fight against good versus evil. That'd be well cool. It'd be awesome to somehow have you can never do it, but like somehow Anakin came back, but have Anakin and Luke fighting side by side would be so against everyone else. It'd be so cool. Wouldn't be much of an Ahsoka show, but it'd be really cool.
That's the thing. Like this is her show, but the movie could be about more.
Yeah.
So
well, it's her show, and she was in the first 5 minutes of this episode.
Yeah. True.
So, but yes. Yeah. But no, looking forward to next week. 2 to go. See what the hell happens. So everyone knows episode 6 of Ahsoka. Love to know what your thoughts, theories are. Were you shocked to see Ezra actually come back or this early on, or did you expect him to see him at all? What do you think of the actor who's playing Thrawn? What do you think is going to happen in the last final episodes of this series of Ahsoka? Please comment below. Always love to talk to you guys about all your thoughts and theories on it. Also, if you want to see the full reaction, head over to our Patreon where we have full reaction of this episode, the rest of the series, all the other shows we react to. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Click on that beautiful red button. Get us some more subscribers. The more we get, the happier we are. So please click on that beautiful red button. And also, we're on social media, links in the description below. And we also do a podcast. Anyway, listen, put podcast, type in Legends Podcasting. You will find us there. And we see you very soon for another reaction.